Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, with great regret I have to do this presentation, and the next that I will have today and tomorrow only online and not in person. I'm sorry for this, but in this period the airlines did not support us very much, and yesterday a flight delay did not allow me to join you in Cairo, so I had to go back to my home in Bologna. For this reason, I will be with you only from my office. First, I will thank the President of the Society and Professor Nassef to give me the privilege of the 𝗖𝗍 address during the joint conference between the annual meeting of Vascular Society of Egypt and the annual Vascular Symposium. I'm a professor of vascular surgery in the University of Bologna, and I'm the past president of the European Society of Vascular Surgery, because I just left the presidency in the hands of Professor 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗀 last week during the annual meeting 2022 of our society. It was the number 36, which was held in Rome. Then again, thank you very much for giving me this privilege. The European Society of Vascular Surgery was founded and inaugurated in 1987, and after 30 years, the society has grown enormously, and today we have about 2,800 members, mostly European, but many from other parts of the world. The mission of our society is to improve vascular health for the public benefit. And the vision you can see in this slide, 𝗖𝗍 sets the standards in preventing and managing vascular disease. 𝗖𝗍 is the leading training organization with standardized and recognized educational pathway. 𝗖𝗍 is the leading scientific organization in vascular care. 𝗖𝗍 is a professional organization with a sustainable business model. If you look at the numbers of our society, we can see about the membership in 2021, about 2,800, with about 1/4 from the group of trainees. You can see even inside of our society, we have, you know very well, a journal, the European Journal of Vascular and Vascular Surgery, and this journal today, the impact factor in 2021 is 6.4, and this is the leading journal in vascular surgery. We have different activities inside of our society, but the first aim of our society is education. The platform for education changed in the last 4 years. Between 2019 and 2022, you can see the growth of the activities of our society. Today, in 2022, we have the journal, we have annual meeting, we have guidelines, masterclass, webinar, academy, translation spring meeting, library, podcast, textbook, a lot of activities for education of vascular community. You can see in this slide a summary of our recent annual meeting. This was the annual meeting that we had in 2022, and this is the new meeting that we will have next year in September in Belfast. In the 22, we had a masterclass regarding venous disease, and in the next year we will have in January and February a masterclass regarding acute vascular disease. On the right side, you can see even the educational webinar that we have in our activities. We started with the period of COVID, and we increased significantly in the last 2 years the numbers of educational webinars in our platform. And you can see here even the other events that we will have between September, the end of September, and December. You can see here different webinar and other activities related to the academy that we will have inside of different topics of vascular disease. In the same time, I want to stress that we have an event that is carried out every 2 years, that is a translational meeting that this year was the topic was the limb ischemia. Generally, this translation meeting is in Sweden. And you can see here we had 19 oral abstract presentation, 23 poster abstract presentation. And if you look to the survey that we had at the end of this meeting, we had a high percentage of the excellent or good result if you look this table. The educational arm of our society is the Academy. This is the Academy Team 2022, and we have different activities inside of these Academy events. You can see that we have training in 7 educational tracks: endovascular, open, venous, diagnostic, vascular medicine, science, human relations. If you look to the activities of the Academy, you can see that in this year we had 67 events related to this the Academy, in part online, in part in presence, and we had even during the annual meeting in Rome more than 40 activities of this 𝗔𝗍 Academy. Another very important arm of our society is the scientific arm, and this is related to the European Journal of Vascular and Vascular Surgery. Today the impact factor is 6.4. It's the leading journal in vascular disease today. And we have another minor journal that is Vascular Forum. Inside of the European Journal of Vascular and Vascular Surgery, today you can see the guidelines that we published and we are publishing regarding the activities of the European Society of Vascular Surgery. In 2022, you can see here 3 different guidelines, but the project is to publish in 2023 other 2 guidelines and 4 guidelines in 2024. But if you look to the history of the guideline, you can see that we started to publish the guidelines in 2015, and you can see here all the guidelines that we published in the European Journal of Vascular and Vascular Surgery. Another very important point for us is regarding the educational platform is the e-library that is inside of our website. You can see inside of this e-library virtual vascular textbook, videos, podcasts, books, and you can see in this slide a summary of different possibilities that we have inside of the e-library. And if you look to the website, the top visited page between January 2022 and August 2022, you can see that the e-library is in the 5th position in regarding our website. The first one was guideline. The second one, the annual meeting that we had last week, and after that, the homepage. The last point is that platform for education. In the platform, we can find various training possibilities for vascular surgeries. Many of these activities are free for members, and the 𝗔𝗍 website is at your disposal to consult all the offers that arise from the 𝗔𝗍 for the community of vascular surgery. The other point is the membership. We increased significantly the membership in 2022. We are very close to 900 members. You can see here all the benefit for the member of the European Society of Vascular Surgery regarding European Journal, library, masterclass, webinar, podcast, etc. Inside of this group of members, we have about 25% of trainees, and we think that the community of trainees is very important for us for the future of our activities. There is a network between the trainees in Europe. It is very important, I think, for the future of our society, but even for the future of single trainees. And we have different benefit again for the trainees to be part of our society. You can see here a list of different benefits that the trainees that have the possibility to have after the application to be a member. Inside of the membership, inside of the European Vascular Society of Training, we have different scientific activities. This is the session inside of annual meeting. In international meeting, this is the session inside of PVC that will be the next month. And even there are some academy activities related to the European Vascular Society of Training. This was an event that we had in Bologna this year in May 2022. There is another opportunity, that is the possibility to apply for a grant to educational travel grant, the 10 grants of up to 3,000 euros. And you can see different European centers that are related to this grant and that are part of the activities of educational activities of our society. If you look to the membership, you can see the membership of the European Society of Vascular Training. We have only one person from Egypt, and we hope to have in the future an increase of presence of trainees from your countries, because we know that this is a very important network for the community of trainees in vascular surgery. If we look to the 𝗍𝘗𝗃 in Egypt, we can see that we have now 8 members in 2022. And I want to stress that the Egyptian societies do not currently have a membership agreement with the 𝗍𝘗𝗃, and we hope in the future to have this agreement. We have different agreements with different international societies. At least 10 full members must join to be able to benefit from such an agreement, allowing Egyptian members as a discounted fee of 98 euro, and a total of 20 full members would allow Egypt to have a counselor on the 𝗍𝘗𝗃 Council. And we have different counselors that come from outside Europe, like Lebanon, Australia, and New Zealand, and South Africa. You can see here regarding the 𝗍𝘗𝗃 Council that recently we collected in our annual meeting. Then in this slide, we have all the activities that we can have inside of the European Society. And then we hope for the future to have this fantastic collaboration with you, to improve the collaboration with your society. And we hope to join you even during the next annual meeting that we will have in Belfast in 2023, the next September. Thank you very much for your kind attention. It was a great privilege for me as a past president to be inside of your society during your annual meeting. Thanks a lot.